11 years old when I met an old man down at a corner store. Said, come sit a while, son, I got something to tell you. Love can be a powerful thing. She can heal the sick and make a deaf man sing, but love can leave you cold and broken hearted. Yeah, he said, broken hearted. You've been broken hearted. That's what he said, broken hearted. Yeah, now. Well, I should know, cause she sold my soul. She was the only thing I ever wanted to own, but she slipped through my fingers like fool's gold in the morning. Yeah, he said,
I've been a professional storyteller for 15 years, and I'm always constantly drawn to different languages and ways of communicating. As a singer-songwriter, you really have a one-two punch. You know, you have the melodies and the lyrics, and when you find the right marriage between those two things, it's like an idea that grows wings and learns how to fly.
Only just a child, but my mama says my spirit's wild, and if I try to fit in, I feel like a sinner. I told my bed, broken hearted, yeah, broken hearted, oh, broken hearted, right now. On a cigarette and with a smoke ring halo around his head, and a voice like a gravel road said, son, I believe you. He pulled out his worn guitar and then we sang the blues while the sun climbed higher, and then we went and faced another day broken hearted. Yes, we bled broken hearted, yeah, broken hearted. That's why we sing broken hearted. Now, yeah.
This next song is one that I would tell, a story I would tell of a young girl who one day discovered that there was this light living inside of her that she didn't know existed, and as she began to play with it and discover it, it grew and grew until it finally kind of began to fill up the world around her. So this is a song called Revelation. I've also discovered sometimes that words aren't enough. In fact, sometimes words can get in the way of the emotions and the mood that I want to communicate, and that's how I initially started getting into writing these instrumental soundscapes that were just able to communicate on their own. There's also times when it's just about the words and you don't want any props or support. They just need to be bare and out there able to communicate on their own.
See, hope and imagination, they're part of our heritage. They're gifts given to secure our inheritance. They're the bright lights at the end of the hall that lead to a future generous enough to afford us all. Not haunted by the ghosts of a bygone age when opportunity was won by class, gender, or race. Yesterday that might have been the way, but not today. For we are not voiceless, helpless, or hopeless, nor are we left high and dry without chances or choices. These are our lives and dreams, and we, the people, need to provide the beams to support all our big ideas. Because let's face it, it's hard work peeling the whitewash off the stone walls thrown up to impede any progress. But every voice has a choice. Give up and give in, or get up and start over again and again and again. To hope and imagination. This little pedal lets me layer things on top of itself over and over and over again, as many as I want. So I'm going to try to create something in this moment that is kind of how I feel here. So
I think taking risks at all stages of life is a valuable investment. And that's what led to what I call this spontaneous creative combustion, where I just take a risk to create something on the fly, flying by the seat of my pants, just building on the energy that's been created throughout the night between myself as the artist and the audience that's in the room.
tonight. Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Oh, the lover's gonna lay it on the line.
Gonna lay it
Tonight.
Gonna lay it
Looking for some late night reading material, I put the snake wheel down and grabbed an Australian tourism book from the shelf. Big mistake. Aussie tourism literature is like horror porn for overactive imaginations. The first line I read said that 8 out of the 10 of the deadliest creatures in the world live in Australia. That's how the friggin' book starts. Because of the sheer volume of potential calamity, Aussies quite understandably prioritize their interest based on how effectively and efficiently the said beastie will kill you. Take huntsman spiders, for instance. They are huge, furry, fast, and virtually impossible to keep out of the house, which is what made Cousin Vanessa's offhanded comment so chilling. Oh yeah, and you might see a huntsman spider in the upstairs bathroom if you go in at night. When I asked about the huntsman, the family's collective description was hardly comforting. Well, they're big, like really big, brown and hairy, offered TC, Vanessa's husband, spreading his hands in the shape of a plate. And they're quite fast, so it can be startling to see such a big spider move so quickly, Vanessa added helpfully. My overactive imagination immediately slammed this information like 13 lines of Coke and a dozen Red Bulls and began constructing night terrors that would wake me in a cold sweat for the next 6 weeks. But they can't do anything to you. They're harmless, they concluded optimistically. That's when I realized that why Aussies have.
An author experiences a whole different world. For me, initially, taking the performance element out of the art form was kind of intimidating, and it was kind of exciting. It was this solitary journey, but it really let me embrace my love of words and try to write a story that would engage a reader's interest right off the bat and be able to hold it for a sustained period of time, maybe for an entire week, which, you know, so different from songwriting or any of the other performance-based art forms that I use to tell stories. So that was an exciting adventure for me.
The book has pages and pages dedicated solely to the lethal dangers of visiting the country. Don't camp beside saltwater because the saltwater crocs might drag your dumb ass out of your tent in the middle of the night and stuff you under a log until you decompose. All right, no worries. We won't camp by the ocean. Oh, hold on there, Canadian camper. The next paragraph tells you why you shouldn't pitch your tent beside freshwater lakes, lagoons, or rivers. The freshwater crocs, or freshies as they're known, might attack you. The book makes a half-assed attempt at assuaging the fear it is generated by saying most adults should be safe because freshies are smaller than saltwater crocs and not as aggressive. But just when you're about to file freshies as a nuisance like flies or mosquitoes, you read, small children should not be left unattended in their presence. So yeah, that's super comforting. Mom and Dad are safe, but the kids are on their own.
Somewhere